Paul Dawson clean. That linebacker is their biggest playmaker, an All-American. You'll watch 47 from beginning to end.
Jaden Overcrow kicking away to Jalen Walton from the goal line. And Walton lowers his shoulders and gets his way out just past the 25-yard line.
Puts Ole Miss behind it, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, empty set for Wallace. TCU brings 4, and that ball is intercepted by Chris Hackett, his 7th of the year. What a start for the TCU defense.
Felt the confidence yesterday. I did of Gary Patterson. He oozed with it. He really loved the 3 weeks to prepare for the plan with Ole Miss. Felt like his guys would get a good jump. That's a route concept Ole Miss runs an awful lot. And you can see the redshirt junior there, Hackett, now with his 7th pick, simply staring down and reading the eyes of Bo Wallace. 3 weeks, get the ball out of Boykin's hands.
Second and
double
6.
Pass.
This could be a double pass. Listenby, trick play to open up the game. How about it? Aaron Green, touchdown, Frogs. Former high school quarterback, Colby Listenby. As Overcrow sends the extra point through.
Can't script it any better than that.
And they did it again here, Brock.
Cannot script it any better than that. You get to take away what you've done all season long, and then, Tim, you knew innovation was coming.
No question about that. And it's very similar to the touchdown they had against Iowa State earlier in the year.
Colby Listenby to Aaron Green. Welcome to the New Year 6 in style. Bo Wallace back out there after throwing his 12th interception this year. And Octavius Mathers with a good run right up the middle for 11 yards. That went nowhere, as Walton was met right away by Chucky Hunter. Now they go empty here, and they swing it out to Green. And he picks up one good block and then hits the accelerator and cuts back for yet another TCU first down. That's a gain of 14. Johnson remains the tailback as they split out Murphy. And he passes again, and this time on the slant is complete to Emmanuel Porter. So TCU moves the chains. Gibbs again. And into the end zone again. A touchdown catch, and now a 15-yard touchdown run for Aaron Green.
Slippery. One cut. Aaron Green, such a nice fit playing for the injured B.J. Catalon over the last month of this season. The #1 rusher in the mix of the run and the pass. Execution in every phase of the offense has put more points on the board with this extra point than Ole Miss averages a game all season long.
Green has played so well over the course of the last month. With B.J. Catalon out injured, a 15-play drive and a 2-touchdown lead. Jeremy Liggins, who weighs nearly 300 pounds, is the Wildcat quarterback on 3rd and 2. And he gives to Wilkins, and Wilkins is cut down in the backfield. Derek Kindred came surging in, and Wilkins had nowhere to go. Bumps-looking picks his way, and now the pressure from behind. And he's lucky he held on to that ball as C.J. Johnson came crashing in.
Ole Miss changed up the front right there. They went 3 down, walked up 2 linebackers in the gap so they could get Kamdichi one-on-one on the center.
Wallace.
Oh, boy.
intercepted again. Tim, you saw it coming, and so did Derek Kindred.
You just can't force it. Throw it over his head, throw it out of bounds, give your receiver a shot. That's just not an opportunity where you can back shoulder. You back shoulder a football when the DB doesn't have his eyes on you, but when he's watching you, you cannot throw a back shoulder.
We talk all the time, and we'll see it in the Orange Bowl tonight, about preparing for a team and not giving them a good enough look. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about TCU's back into their defense and trying to replicate and prepare for it, because they do jump routes. They do stare down your eyes. They have a tremendous feel. That looked open to Bo. Initially, that looked wide open to him, but he loses sight of the safety, which once again makes it pay.
A lateral, and that's a live ball, and it's into the hands of the Rebels. They tried to swing Green out of the backfield, and it failed. C.J. Johnson, right place, right time, turnover. They only bring 4 against Wallace. Now extending the play. And taken down after a gain of just 3. As it was Tevin Lawson who tracked down Bo Wallace. So they will attempt a long field goal here. This a 52-yarder. Gary Wunderlich, his only miss of the year was a 52-yarder. Had the distance, but it was just to the left. Sprint to the near side. Remember how athletic he is. Look at all that green in front of him. Former wide receiver dragged down from behind that time by Thompson, but a gain of 12 for Boykin.
And this is
that ball is intercepted. Keith Lewis. Boy, did Ole Miss need that.
sloppy. Never, ever take a read for granted.
That's a great job, just seeing what they've done the last few series and undercutting it by Keith Lewis. Very athletic linebacker.
And now another difficult down and distance. 3rd and 9. And sacked. Chucky Hunter and Chris Bradley and that front 4 getting after Bo Wallace time and time again. 2x2 with Green. They run speed option. What a fake by Boykin. How about that pulling the string for a first down?
That is a big time move.
Woo!
Was that Jamel Holloway back in the day?
Man, oh man. Tremendous move on that speed option by Trey. And now he gives. And now Green goes. And he weaves his way through the defensive backfield of the Rebels to the 31-yard line. Finally tackled by Mel Colton. 17-yard run.
Well, the Nebraska transfer watched Amir Abdullah do some of this, and that's what he's looking like here in this first quarter.
Throwing it, sidearm.
Quick snap again. Out to Porter. And that was all too easy. For another first down, it'll be 1st and goal, Frogs. Touchdown, Boykin to Dotson.
Two very different pictures. You see one quarterback that's confused, that's not in rhythm, that feels the pocket and everything suffocating him, and another quarterback that's playing free and easy. Even after an interception on that last drive, that ball is coming out. They're hitting receivers all over the field, and that was a conviction throw down in the red zone. Seeing it, pulling the trigger, and finishing.
The Big 12, 0-3 in bowl games coming into this. What a statement against an SEC team for TCU, and what a statement to the College Football Selection Committee. The Frogs are rolling in the New Year 6.
Scoring defense, and they've also given it away twice.
third downs, Ole Miss. He's targeted him 6 times, hit him on the touchdown moments ago. 3rd and 9. High but complete to David Porter, and it's a first down for TCU. They had 2nd and 19, 2 plays later, another first down.
What looks like a real pressure look from the Rebels.
3rd and 7.
Blitz 0, man-to-man coverage here.
And here they come off the edge, and it was batted down, and then he caught it. Boykin caught that off the deflection. It came right back to him when C.J. Johnson came up. But TCU will send the punt team out. Ole Miss's defense realized it and got on top of Boykin. Look at that. Swings to the left. Chased down, taken down, Paul Dawson. And if this is the first look you're getting of Paul Dawson, wow.
And
he is showing everything he is.
Making life miserable for Ole Miss.
3rd and 14 now. Wallace from his goal line. Quickly gets it out to Cody Core, who's going to be knocked out and well short of Kevin White. Keep in mind, Bo Wallace is top 10 all-time in SEC history in total offensive yards, and now mocking a little bit there with the land shark symbol is Davion Pearson. Boykin on 2nd and 10. Don't let him get free. Watch out with Boykin in the open field. Crosses midfield, stayed on his feet, and dances his way for a first down. Thus the margin, 21-0 in the first New Year's Six Bowl in college football. Boykin wants more.
Cody Pruitt.
What an effort there.
I think he got it right foot.
Incredible athleticism by Cody Pruitt.
That's something that Trevon just cannot do. He cannot keep his eyes on the same side of the field the entire play.
12th career interception for the 2-time All-American. As he gets that right foot down and maintains possession throughout the entire process of that interception. This TCU defense is doing time and time again is remarkable. They are attacking down after down. Tough to escape that. Was that picked off? What an effort by James McFarland. Touchdown TCU. Brutal mistake by Wallace, and McFarland cashes in. Wow. Is a nightmare for Bo Wallace.
It was going to be intentional grounding, going to be a safety anyway in the end zone. Ole Miss is an absolute mess offensively. They have no answer. They're getting beat to the punch. And you said it, Joe, right before that call. They are just breathing down the neck of Wallace, his 3rd turnover of this first half.
There's a slant that is complete. And Markel Pack makes the most of it.
It's a really big play for Ole Miss and for both confidence.
28-0, awfully hard to do, but very little commitment to manufacturing the run that they had to find.
3rd down and 4 now. Walton's got to get to that edge,
first down.
and he's able to do that. So that leaves 33 seconds in this half. 21 seconds remain here in a 3rd and 14. And right over the middle is Markel.
Got to get up and
now
spike
a first
it.
down will temporarily stop the clock.
Back here, critical situation.
sack of Bo Wallace and a fitting summation to the first half as Wallace is hobbling to walk off this field. If that doesn't sum it up, what does? Another sack, another dominant effort by the TCU defense. Ethan Noble kicking away here for Ole Miss.
Oh boy.
On the return.
See ya.
And look at him open up the second half with tremendous field position. Anthony Tejada, the starting quarterback, the redshirt freshman, he's incredibly fast. The third down and 11 for Boykin. Here's that jump ball you talk about.
Wow,
and who comes down with it but Listenby? That's what they do time and time again. Put it up for grabs. And Listenby brings it in.
That's not a good decision. An interception in the second quarter, and you're throwing right into double coverage. That's Trey Elston, the safety. You've got the corner underneath. But that's all about want to. That is all about your guy going up and taking it away. And I love Trevon Boykin, the former receiver, because you know when he was a receiver, he was telling the quarterbacks, well, give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make a play. And he does just that, and Listenby delivers.
They threw him the ball, and then he threw it downfield
After
as well.
review, the ruling on the field stance is called touchdown.
Adds this to his highlight reel to start this second half. Colby Listenby, an NCAA All-America relay runner. Got great speed, and he went up and fought for that ball and brought it down over Trey Elston. And TCU just continues to pour it on here in Atlanta. Gary Patterson said the easy thing was to complain about not being in the playoff. How about this performance?
To your players, and in turn, they're going to show loyalty to you, and they're going to play for you. And obviously, they're not playing great today.
Ball is out there. Wallace kept it. Ball is out. TCU earned it. Marcus Mallett came in and forced the fumble.
If it's not Dawson, it's his buddy inside. It's the front four leaving these two linebackers free. It's the redshirt senior, the fifth-year senior that's not about size or speed or playing at the next level. It's all about performance and execution at this level. And now the fourth enormous takeaway for a defense that was second in the country with 36 coming in.
Play action for Boykin. As he gets to the edge, slings it to the end zone. And another touchdown. Josh Dodson stepped in front. Dodson with a touchdown catch. 27 yards from Boykin. My, oh my, is TCU just smoking them.
And I really don't know if that's the guy he was intending to throw the ball to.
Dodson just stepped in front.
You see the double move outside. That's a little scramble drill. He sees his quarterback on the move. And that's an absolute frozen rope. Whether it's to Dodson or not, that ball had enough steam to land right into the chest of number 9.
3 touchdown passes.
I think that's probably what they're laughing about right now, too.
When you're having a day like this, it doesn't matter. Everything works. Everything. Wallace coughed it up. TCU recovered. And then Boykin put it up. And Dotson hauled it in. Third and 9. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Cody Core.
And you got backups in now.
And this number 2, Trevon Boykin. Have a shot at that Heisman.
Here goes Boykin on 3rd and 10, and he slides short of that line to make. escapes the rush there, goes downfield, and is able to find Cody Core. 20-yard reception to Cody Core, who 3rd and 5 for Bo Wallace and the Rebels. And that is caught by Attaboy Joe. 6 foot, 200-pound redshirt freshman Devontae Kincaid. And he completes his first pass to Mathers.
I think
Second and 11. And over the middle to Evan Ingram, and they just haven't seen enough of that today.
Very good catch.
Well, you've seen all three completions, the comeback on the scramble, the curl route that was an adjustment, and here you're trying to run that quick screen.
He pitches it back. But no matter what was going to happen there, it was going the wrong way. There have been a few moments like that where you really feel like certain plays sum up the day, and this is one of them. And he slings it again, that time to Gray.
That's where you really see Trevon's arm strength. He's falling away. He's throwing to his non-dominant side, and he puts it right on the receiver's face.
So 3rd and 11 after the penalty. Look at the time Boykin has. Finally chased down from behind by Isaac Gross.
This game is decided. He has taken an absolute beating. We cannot do anything, and let's just give a young kid another opportunity.
Wallace gutsy in trying to extend this play, but really tough for him to get to that edge against Jonathan Anderson. Co-champs of the Big 12, and Ohio State gets in. TCU, Baylor from the Big 12 left out of the college football playoff, and then they put on this performance here against Ole Miss, a team that is without their starting receivers, but a team that had some of the best wins in college football this year. And Jaden Obercrom has made 13 straight field goals, had the game-winning field goal to beat West Virginia on for this 41-yard attempt. And that target line was off to the right, so it stays 42-0 TCU.
That, and when he reflects on that moment, the injury, he says he realizes there's a big picture. Football will always be here. It's more about life.
Kincaid pushed out, and this is what we're going to do.
And how much of a louder statement has this made?
Picked off as Sinquez Golson spins free at the 25. Inside the 20. And down to about the 11-yard line where it came loose right at the end. Is this a fumble, or are they saying it is Ole Miss ball here? Looked like Eccles Hooper fell on that ball at the end. Well, let's see what the officials say. Jerry Magalanis and the crew gathered for a moment.
The ruling on the field, the runner was down. First down, Ole Miss.
So they're saying Golson's return to the 11-yard line stands there. You be the judge. Does Eccles Looper strip this ball? That is coming loose. Third and 9, almost jumped it that time. Boy, did Paul Dawson break on that throw. He read it beautifully. He was probably out in front of it too far.
He was. You cannot tell me this kid is not coached up.
Wow. Opportunity to do this with Wunderlich earlier. But now they want points on the board here, the 27-yard attempt. Patterson's defense will not have the shutout.
to speak volumes. Reminds me, Tim, of those coaches that you and I have had through the years that are screamers and yellers. That eventually some of that falls a little quiet, and the loudest statement that you can make is not through your word, but through your action, and that's what they've done today.
He didn't dodge it.
He was trying.
And he doesn't mind it. It would have been easier to complain and sit back and rail against those who left them out. Instead, they came into the New Year 6 and they dominated. TCU, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl champs, led by a defense that held Ole Miss to 9 yards rushing. They forced 4 turnovers and only allowed 3 of 15 third down conversions. And it's Bo Wallace, it just went south right from the start. The score says it all, 42-3. Next up is the Vizio Fiesta Bowl, Boise State and Arizona. For Shannon Spake, Tim Tebow, Brock Hewart, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the rest of the New Year 6.